question that I got one time. What are you? Effing blind? So, well, yes, I am actually blind, but let me give you some of the context and the history behind this. So, we were at a hotel, not going to say which one, in, oh, I can't even think of this little, oh, hang on, Ocean Shores. Ocean Shores, Washington. Um, has a special place in my heart. Not necessarily the sexiest beaches, not necessarily the greatest little resort town, not necessarily the best of anything, but Ocean Shores holds a special place in my heart. Anyway, we were there and we had a great weekend. And as we were getting ready to check out, um, my wife went to go get the car, and my son went with her, and I was going to do the checkout process. So it was pretty crowded. It was obviously checkout time. So I lined myself up to where I could kind of hear things happening, and I could kind of get a little bit of a cloudy, shady notion of where some people might be. So I put myself kind of in the back of the line, or where I thought it was. And I asked the person in front of me, hey, is this the line? And the guy turned, and as he was turning, he's like, what are you, effing blind? And he caught himself at the very end because I'm standing there with my white cane. Clearly, I'm blind. The reason I'm telling this story is this. It's amazing how many people don't pay attention to that white cane. I always grew up thinking it was kind of an international symbol, an international like bell that you jingle. You carry the white cane and people know you're blind. If people know you're blind, I would think that they would be getting out of your way. I would think that they would just do some natural things, and I'm wrong about that. People don't get out of the way. I've hit people with the cane as I'm moving it along the ground. I've had people be fairly indignant that I've bumped into them. My feeling is I'm walking down a pathway that I think is there. I'm using the edge of the sidewalk. I'm using the corner of a building. I'm using clearly identifiable indicators for me to help me get down a pathway. If you, as a sighted person, walk straight into me, or I hit you on the side of the leg with the cane, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm not saying it's my fault. But clearly there has to be a better way to navigate with blind people on the street than to expect them to get around you. I don't know where you are. So if you're standing in front of me, I'm probably going to run into you. If I run into you, it's going to be awkward. If it's awkward, people tend to get indignant. I kind of think there's a better way around all of that. Not sure. I don't want to sit here like I'm pointing fingers at people, but I think that blind cane, that white cane, it clearly has to indicate that the person in front of you can't see you, even though they may look like it, even though they may move their head around and look like they're identifying where you are. They're not. They don't know where you are. They're trying to get cues. So when I turn my head and something happens, I'm trying to align my ear and maybe any type of shape recognition or shadow. I'm trying to get as much information as I can. Doesn't mean I can see where you are. So who knows if there's a solution to it? I don't have the foggiest idea. But I'm pleading with you. If you see a person with a white cane, even if they look like they know where they are. Identify yourself with your voice. Hey, I'm in front of you. I'm going to go around to your right. I can make that adjustment. I can hear that information and I can appreciate it. It's like, or something like, hey, there's a garbage can in front of you. That's okay to tell me that. I don't need to keep my dignity by running into that garbage can. It's okay if you share that knowledge with me. So this video has kind of gone rambling and I need to cut it short. So I, again, encourage you to have questions, or if you have questions, leave them in the comment section. If you have comments, leave them in the comment section. If you have likes and dislikes about what I'm talking about, or you disagree, fantastic. Share it with me and we'll have a conversation. So I appreciate you listening. I encourage you to share the videos if there's value to you in doing so. And I look forward to chatting with you again soon. Thanks.